Hi, my name is Sisi Aguilar. I have a bachelor's degree in Spanish from Texas A&M. I'm currently working on my master's of education in curriculum and instruction, along with a secondary graduate certification that would allow me to teach 7th through 12th grade. I am a mother of 3 children, my oldest, Brianna, my middle child, Brandon, and my youngest, Vanessa. I have been married to my husband, Eric, for almost 20 years this month. He is my best friend and a stronger supporter of my new adventure in life. I was fortunate enough to stay home and raise my children until 4 years ago when I decided to return to college and become a teacher. As a mother of 3 children, my oldest getting ready to go to college this summer, I was inspired by my children, relatives who are in this field of education, and dedicated teachers who taught my children to enter the education field, seeing the importance to have a good academic start and, most importantly, the continuation down a successful path. My personal interests are reading, cooking, and decorating. I love the beach since I grew up by the ocean, spending time with my family, watching movies, and making delicious meals. I'm currently student teaching at College Station Middle School and enjoying it very much. I've had the opportunity to observe several classes while I was taking my prerequisite courses for the master's program. I have observed classes from elementary to high school grades in both Bryan and College Station ISD, as well as Navasota High School. Though I have not taught in my own classroom yet, I have been in some schools that, though they are not completely urban schools, allow me to see some of the challenges urban schools face related to education. The elements of urban education that interest me are the important part that culturally responsive teaching plays, and how, as a new teacher, I can professionally prepare myself better to teach in urban schools, since at one point in my career I will work in one. Kinshello in 2004 and 2010 explained, and I quote, "School faces several challenges, starting by having densely populated district areas, serving significantly more students, which translate to having larger classrooms. Urban schools are frequently marked by higher concentrations of poverty, greater racial and ethnic diversity, larger concentrations of immigrant populations, and linguistic diversity, and more frequent rates of student mobility. Urban schools educate many of the nation's immigrant children, for whom English is a second language. The share of students classified as limited English proficient is twice as high in central cities as it is in suburbs. In New York, for example, students speak more than 100 languages. As an immigrant myself, born and raised in Peru, I am very interested in this aspect of urban education. A lack of cultural responsiveness in current policies and practices is also visible. Other concerns are the lack of instructional coherence, inexperienced teachers, low expectations of students, lack of resources available to students and teachers, parents' involvement, and qualified teachers. Noguera in 2003 shared, and I quote, "These challenges facing urban school systems have both structural and cultural components. Structural challenges are specific school policies and practices that impede student success or fail to adequately address students' needs. Alternatively, cultural challenges are those policies, practices, and sets of belief that contribute to dysfunctional perceptions of students' intellectual abilities, particularly those students who are culturally and linguistically diverse, due to limiting predictors of school achievement." My potential contribution to the field of urban education is to become a better trained and aware teacher of diversity and of the challenges urban education faces, and how to reach and help students that are falling behind to offer them opportunities for a better future. My goal with this class is to become more aware of urban education, since I have never attended an urban school and was raised in a very different environment. As a teacher, I would like to help all my students.